So today I want to talk about something I love talking about, and that is helping you think better, getting your brain in a better place so it's working efficiently, making you feel better, and that's what this strategy is all about. So to begin with, you think about it, in your brain right now, you have hundreds or many more different to-dos, tasks that you need to take care of every single day, today, tomorrow, next week, next month, big things, small things. You have all this stuff in there. And guess what? It's kind of just swirling around up there, creating all kinds of chaos because it's just floating around there. It's kind of like this fella right here and what he's experiencing. He's got a lot of to-dos and a lot of tasks that he needs to take care of. As a result of that, look at how he looks. He's kind of stressed out. And that's how these things cause us to feel. They stress us out. They cause anxiety. They drain us of emotional, physical, mental energy. And you don't want that. And so I'm going to share with you an easy fix called Reboot Your Brain. This is like rebooting your computer, but it's rebooting your brain. And this isn't my idea. I learned this from a fellow by the name of John Reese some 15, 20 years ago, I think it was. He used to be a big internet marketer. I don't know if that's what he does anymore, but it doesn't matter. Brilliant idea that I want to share with you today. All right. So what's the main concept here? The main concept is you want to capture every to-do, every task that you need to do, write it down on paper until you can't capture anymore. All right, you just want to exhaust your brain of every single to-do that you have in your brain right now. Could be dozens, hundreds, maybe more. I don't know how busy of a person you are, but that's the basic concept. So I'm going to talk to you about why this is so powerful here in a second, but let's go through the process in more detail. Let's dig a little bit deeper, okay? So step number one in doing this is to do what this lady is doing. Get a piece of paper and a pen. Get a great pen, get a notebook, and you want to be able to write these down with your hand, okay? You want to capture it with your handwriting. You don't want to get stuck in this idea of typing it out. Typing it out can be effective, and that's the only way that you can do it, okay? But I highly recommend you use pen and paper. And the reason why is because you're going to connect with the words that you're writing down a lot better, that you're seeing with your own eyes, and it's going to have a greater impact on your thinking when you do this with pen and paper. So notebook, a pen and paper. Now, the next thing you want to do is at the top of your list, you want to put a header that says all my to-dos. That's it. Now you have the starting point of this whole entire exercise. Now, what do you want to do next? Well, next you want to take the next 20 minutes or longer and you want to write down everything that is in your brain that you need to take care of. Every task, every project, every to-do, write it down, big, small, this week, next week, a month from now, a year from now. Write down everything that's up there and capture it on paper, one line at a time. So to help you to understand how to do this, let me give you some categories of things that maybe you can work on or add to your list to kind of spark some inspiration on adding items to your list. So first of all, you have work and business items. So this could be to-dos, things that may be on your to-do list now. But again, you want to go beyond just what's going on today. You want to capture everything, I mean everything, big, small, that you need to do in your work and your business. Tasks, projects, people you need to follow up with, things that you need to find out about, changes you need to make on your website, changes you need to make on your business card, things that you've just been putting off, calling the tax man, whatever it may be. If it is something that is kind of just nagging you, you want to get it down on paper and write it down. As you can tell here, this list can be long, long, long. These are just a small portion of what's going on here. So work and business. The second category you want to get into is home. So are there any things in your home that need fixed? Is there a faucet that needs to be repaired? Is there a tile that needs to be replaced? Are the gutters dirty? Do they need cleaned out? Do you need to fix something with your car? Do you need to clean out the garage? Is there something you need to buy? Is there a part for the stove that you need to buy and it's just there and you know you need to take care of it, but you haven't yet? Write all those things down one line at a time. Here's another category: relationships. Maybe you need to call your mom. Who doesn't? Or your dad. Or maybe you need to reconnect with a friend from many, many years ago, and you've been thinking about it, and you've been thinking about it, you just want to do it. Or maybe there's somebody that did something nice for you recently or in the past, a teacher that you want to reach out to and you want to tell them how much you appreciate what they did for you and just thank them. Add that to your list, add their name. Just keep each item, by the way, on this list very simple. Just something that gives you clarity about what needs to be done, but it's getting it out of your head. The next set of category, or the next category that you can write down, is health related. So do you need to go to the doctor? Do you have a pain in your side? Or is there something that's just not working right that you are just been ignoring because you just don't want to deal with it? Write it down. Do you need to have a dental checkup? Do you need to get your teeth cleaned? Have it written down. Write that thing down. If you want to start a routine that's going to improve your health, do you need to eat more fruit? Do you need to start a walking routine? Do you need to start exercising for 10 minutes a day? What is it? Write each item down on your list. And here's another category: money. Are there bills that you need to pay that you've just been putting off? Are there a stack of bills that you need to open up and look at? Do you need to put together a budget? Are there things that you need to pay back to other people? Are there things you need to buy? What are those things? List each one on your to-do list. Now, this is just a small sampling of ideas to get you started and inspire you to use this, but you can capture to-do list tasks about anything that just comes to you. Now, what you're going to find is that as you start writing these things down, it's going to create a chain reaction almost. One thing is going to lead to a couple things that you think, oh, okay, I got that thing there. Write them down. Don't neglect putting things down on paper. And if you only have 10 things, you probably need to push a little bit more, because you should have several dozen by the time this exercise is done. So once you've completed this, and it may take you 20 minutes, it may take you a little bit longer, it may take you a little bit shorter, depending on how fast you write, but do it until you exhaust your brain, until you can't think of one more thing to put on that list. All right? Now, what do you want to do after that? Well, next, you want to go through that list and read each item on that list out loud, one right after the other, as you've captured it. Very simple process, but you want to look at it, read it, understand it, one after the other. And what do you want to do after that? After you've gone through the entire list, and you may find that as you're doing that, you think, oh, I've got a couple other things I need to add. Well, just add those and read them out loud. Then what you want to do is you want to put into action the idea of prioritizing what things you find on that list that really need to be taken care of immediately. So as you're going through and reading the items on that list, circle things that need to be taken care of very, very soon, urgent things, and then prioritize those. When you look at your list, you'll see them circled, and then add one or two of those to your to-do list or your daily task list every day so that you can get those things taken care of, so you can start knocking them off your list. And as you think of new things throughout the week, add them to your list, read them out loud, prioritize, and do this process as you start whittling down that long list of to-dos that you need to take care of. Very powerful exercise. Now, what are some reasons why this is such a great idea? Well, I remember John Reese talking about this, and he was saying about how this is a lot like rebooting your computer. So when you are using your computer for any length of time, if you've ever experienced this, and if you're a computer user for any length of time, you have, I'm sure, where it just seems like the thing is starting to run slowly. And sometimes that's just because it is not working as efficiently as it could. You've got bits and bytes and data all over the place in the RAM, the computer's memory, and in order for it to do anything of substance, it has to get a little bit here, over here, over here, over here, as opposed to just going boom, 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 and having everything in a compact place. It's all over the place in its RAM memory. That's put it in a simple term. So what you do when you reboot your computer is you kind of empty all that out of your RAM and start fresh. So everything is loaded up in nice little packages where everything's working together. And as you start using your computer, things start getting moved around again, and eventually they get all inefficient again. You need to reboot, and it brings it all together. So that's kind of what this is all about. This is rebooting your brain, getting all that stuff out so you can look at it and start fresh and getting things done. So that's the main idea, but here are two reasons why this translates into some benefits by doing this exercise of rebooting your brain. First one is it gives you a sense of freedom. You know, you have all those things nagging you, needing to be done. You may not be consciously aware that it's nagging you, but it more than likely is. It's draining you of energy, mental, physical, emotional. And so getting it out on paper, looking at it, is going to be liberating. You're going to feel great just from doing this exercise. So that's number one. Number two is that it leads to action. When your brain can see everything that you need to do, guess what it does? It gives your brain clarity. It looks at those things, especially after you're reading them out loud, and it thinks, okay, I have a solution for that. I have a solution for that. I'll get to work on a solution for that, and this and this and this. And it starts finding answers and solutions to all the tasks on your list. But that becomes almost impossible if all you're doing is managing it all up here. When your brain sees it on paper, that's when it activates to do something powerful with that and enables you to get those things done. All right, so very awesome exercise. Try it out, and if you've got 20 to 30 minutes, see for yourself if this doesn't improve your ability to take action and make you feel better as well. So as you have noticed, I'm using a new style with my cards, and I'd love to get your feedback not only on this idea but also the style of the card that I'm using. I'm thinking about using this moving forward and making these downloadable. If you'd like that idea, please leave a comment down below, and of course like and share it. I'd appreciate that as well. And I hope that you have an amazing day.